na. Hello, test. Yan. Hello, good morning to everyone. Yan, siguro we can start na anytime. We're just waiting for others pa, and I think if may mag-join pa naman, since mahaba-haba naman yung time natin, makakahabol sa plus recorded naman to. So yun. So welcome everyone na nag-join sa aming webinar. I know na may mga importante rin kayong mga gagawin sa inyong mga company, sa inyong mga trabaho, but you chose to join our webinar, and we hope na along the way, as we discuss at the data center of the webinar about data centers, is that you'll be able to learn, you'll be able to, let's say, list down all the things that you can also offer to your clients. So as you can see, muted yung mga yung mga sa side nyo is because that we encourage everyone to list down the questions to us through our chat box. So we have technicals here, we have representatives here that can answer those questions, or if you may, you can ask it after the host discussed or tackles all the things that they have to tackle this morning. So yun, we have two representatives here who are technical engineers. So first, I would like to introduce the one who will discuss most of the data centers, let's say, mga things, and then processes, and also the things that he can also, let's say, encourage you guys so that your clients will be knowledgeable as well to these data centers. So I would like to introduce Ed Paraiso this morning.
Okay. Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Ed Michael Paraiso, a technical engineer from FNTSI. Today, we would like to present some products from ATEN which are essential products in creating a reliable and efficient data center. Okay, siguro maybe some of you are aware about sa plans ng mga big companies and telco na they want to start and create big data center here in the Philippines. So naisip namin gawin tong seminar na to for you, our SI, to be ready and be familiarized sa solutions na pwede nating ibigay sa mga companies. Also, magiging ready tayo once na mag-pursue na tong mga projects na to. Okay. Our presentation is entitled Data Center Powering the Future. Okay. Okay, our agendas are here is what can ATEN do to your server room? What is a good server room? ATEN KVM over IP, CCVSR or video session recording, ATEN SN or serial console server, and SN operating modes, and CC2000 the centralized management software. First, what can ATEN do for your server room? Remotely centralized management and access, security, and minimize downtime. First, remotely centralized management and access. ATEN offers smooth, secure remote access to the servers, switches, and power management device in your IT infrastructure through a single portal anywhere in the world and anytime. Okay, with this, fewer people are needed in critical areas, and we can minimize security concerns and the chances of accidents. And next is the security. ATEN provides internal and external authentication, and also it has enhanced security and it reduces risk by utilizing industry's highest security standards. And in minimized downtime, ATEN devices are equipped with dual power supplies and dual network interface, And also, our CC2000 software uses primary and secondary architecture to offer service redundancy with the database updating. Okay, next. What is a good server room? Okay. Uh, Mapapansin natin dito sa simple parang diagram na ang isang data center ay nagko-compose ng servers, cable management rack. Also, we should consider the environment type and also the physical security or CCTV. So, a good server should have a complete centralized access and real-time remote management. With that, dito natin gagamitin yung ating KVM over IP switches, serial console servers, and also the CC2000. And next, a good server should give our IT administrator peace of mind because of enhanced security features. For example, the CCVSR, it is a video session recorder wherein magagamit natin siya for mga investigation or incidents na pwedeng mangyari or magkaroon ng problem sa ating data center. Next, a good server room should have a control with the environment type. For example, humidity and temperature sensor, airflow sensor, and also the echo DC or analysis of all of this sensor. So, kailangan kasi sa data center natin, controlled or measured yung tamang timpla ng airflow, tamang timpla ng humidity. So, ATEN offers sensors for this solution. Okay. And next, continue natin sa good server. Okay. Ang i-discuss natin dito is about CC2000, KN series, and SN on also CCVSR. Okay, first, i-explain natin kung paano nagko-connect ang bawat isa. First, CC2000 consolidates all our IT infrastructure, starting with the KN or KVM over IP switch, and then nakapaloob naman dito sa KVM over IP switch natin is yung mga servers natin. And also, pwede rin nating maisama yung virtual machines and i-include din natin yung mga PDUs, third-party integration such as web, SSH, telnet, RDP, or BNC sa CC2000. And also, the serial console servers natin. Dito naman nakapaloob yung mga network switches natin, firewall, modem. And importantly, yung CCVSR, which is ginagamit lang natin or exclusive siya sa KVM over IP ni ATEN. Okay. So makikita nyo dito, CC2000, nandyan yung KN and SN. And then CCVSR naman, is ito yung magre-record ng mga sessions ni users locally and remotely. Pwede niyang i-record lahat to. And exclusive lang to sa KVM over IP ni ATEN. Okay, next. And lahat to i-discuss natin one by one. Okay. Let's discuss the ATEN KVM over IP. Okay. KN8 series. The unique features are new UI, security level, and cascading with KH1532A is supported. Okay, ang selling points natin dito is secure and centralized out-of-band management to all servers and serial devices. Also, BIOS level troubleshooting and software development or update through virtual media. And panel array mode allowing monitor for user access or server's conditions simultaneously. Makikita nyo dito sa baba, andito lahat, nakalist dito yung mga KN models natin. KN, ibig sabihin, KVM over IP or over network. Next, okay. Continue natin sa product features. Available ang KN natin or KVM over IP in 16 port, 24, 32, 40, and up to 64. And pwede rin tayong mamili ng KVM adapter na gagamitin natin, which is from BGA, DVI, HDMI, DisplayPort, and also it supports serial interface. And for redundancy design, we have dual PSU, dual LAN, and redundant access for OOB management. For the security naman, Secure Remote Access AES FIPS 140-2 and Centralized Authentication and Authorization using Active Directory LDAP Radius. Okay, next is the BIOS level control and virtual media, BIOS level troubleshooting and software deployment through virtual media. And next is the panel array mode, simultaneously monitoring for users access or server's condition. Dito makikita natin lahat ng connected na server or lahat ng naka-input na server sa KVM over IP natin is makikita natin lahat dito simultaneously kung anong nangyayari sa kanila, kung may gumagalaw ba. And dito natin siya mamamonitor sa panel array mode. Next is the mobility feature. With Pad Client, you can access KN from an iPad for the convenience. Sa iPad lang siya available, wala nito sa Android or ibang devices. Okay, next. Start natin sa new UI theme. Ito yung pinaka login interface natin. True web GUI siya. Flat design is trendy and gives a contemporary feel. Visual are sharp, clean, and readable. Okay. Pagka login natin, makikita agad natin yung mga ports natin. And then, next is user management. Dito natin makikita yung mga users na ginawa natin. Okay. Kumbaga, straightforward siya kung ano yung kailangan natin sa KVM over IP. Dito natin siya makikita. Next, renovated toolbar UI of Win client and Java client for a high-resolution client PC. Okay. Kung makikita nyo dito, nag-click siya ng isang server from the port access. And then, pagbukas ng Windows client niya, lalabas dito sa display natin sa itaas, sa info niya, nandito yung pangalan ng PC, pangalan ng server, pangalan ng kung anong number siya, and kung ano yung resolution, FPS, and also yung bandwidth na kinakain niya. Ayan. So, mapapansin nyo dito 15 FPS, 0.0 Mbps. Habang ginagamit natin ito, nagbabago-bago yan. Depende sa mga scenarios na ginagawa natin sa paggamit ng server natin or pag remote. Kasi ito, true remotely natin siya ina-access. So, mapapansin nyo kung bumaba yung FPS mo, malamang naset yung bandwidth niya na limited lang. Okay. Next is for security level. Regulate the security level of KN with a pre-configured setting in one place. Create a custom settings to determine which network services and encryptions versions are enabled. Okay. Dito naman sa Device Management tab, under Device Management tab, makikita natin yung security. Nandito, pwede nating piliin kung high, high, or medium yung pwede natin gamitin. Or pwede rin siyang gawing custom. Depende na to kay server administrator kung ano yung preferred nila na i-enable. Okay, next feature is cascading with KH1532A is supported. Okay. Cascade compatible KVM switches including the following from CS1308, CS1316, CS9134, CS9138, KH1508A, KH1516A and KH1532A monitor and control up to 512 computers in a cascade. Okay. Kung mapapansin natin yung mga sinabi nating models, ito yung mga models na hindi siya over IP. Kumbaga, ito yung mga normal na KBM na binibili natin. And then once na i-cascade natin siya sa KN unit or device na over IP, magagamit natin siya over IP na din using the web GUI. Ang gagamitin lang natin ditong connection is KA7170 KBM adapter. Okay. Kumbaga, let's say meron ng naunang KBM na kunwari for example, nagkaroon ng si client ang unang meron siyang existing KH1532A. And then nag-decide sila mag-upgrade and then gusto nila ng feature na over IP and then magdadagdag pa sila ng mga servers. Ganitong setup yung pwede nyong i-offer sa kanila. So, meron ka ng, kumbaga, hindi mo kailangang eliminate yung KH1532. At the same time, pwede mo siyang magamit over IP using the KN2140. Okay, next. Feature and security enhancement. Event notification of LAN disconnection and PSU failure is added. MIB file for warning events, update, and abnormal conditions of power, fan, or temperature. Windows client and Java client application is also supported on old KN models. And it supports disclaimer or security banner during login, web, and OSD. For example, ito yung nakikita nyong notice. Okay. Ito yung mga old models natin ng KN or KBM over IP. Yung nasa baba, KN2124V, KN2140B, and so on. Next, features and security. Security, enforcing password with at least one special character. Support SHA and 128-bit AES encryption for authentication in SNMP version 3. OpenSSL upgraded to version 1.02p. OpenSSH upgraded to version 7.6. Next. Ito, frequently asked questions about KVM over IPs. What is the bandwidth requirement for over IP KBM or KN8 series? Okay. The requirement bandwidth varies with the resolution of a remote PC. Example resolution natin yung Full HD, standard definition, or mas mababa. Mas mababang resolution, mas less yung delay or lag na makukuha natin. Also, for video settings, video quality, and text mode of Windows client or Java client. Pwede natin siyang yung settings ng mga video or video quality na mabu-view natin sa Windows client or Java client, pwede natin siyang baguhin through video settings. Meron tayong tab na video settings, and also the actions that user takes during remote access. Ito yung mga different scenario. And then makikita natin dito kung gaano kataas or gaano kababa yung bandwidth na kinakain nila. For example, true remote access ng KN8164B server with 1920 by 1080 Full HD 60 FPS and text mode on. With document editing, meron siyang 0.41 Mbps, which is mababa lang since document editing lang. And next is switching windows or pages and web surfing. Ito kakain na siya ng 8.32 Mbps. And next is playing videos surveillance and use in surveillance. Up to 64 MB ang pwede niyang kainin. So, mas maganda pag ganito, ayusin lang din natin yung bandwidth requirement na kailangan natin para ma-achieve natin yung magandang FPS and full functionality talaga ng KVM over IP natin. Okay, next. Another question, how can I limit the bandwidth usage of over IP KVM? For example, less than 10 Mbps. Okay, you can configure the network transfer rate in the Device Management tab. Under the Device Management tab, in the Network tab, and then dito sa Network Transfer Rate, i-scroll down lang natin sa Network Transfer Rate, and dito natin siya pwedeng i-assign kung ilang Mbps or kbps yung gusto. Pero FPS will become less, that might head or lead to the lag of the video playing during the remote access. So mas maganda, taasan natin yung bandwidth natin para dito, since ginagamit nga natin siya through remote sessions para hindi tayo magkaroon ng problema while accessing it. Okay. Okay, kung may mga tanong sila, after na lang or pwede sa chat box natin. Okay. Next is the CCVSR or the Video Session Recording Software for ATEN over IP KVM. Yung CCVSR natin is exclusive lang siya sa mga KVM over IP ni ATEN, which is the KN8 series, and also yung mga single display KVM natin, single port KVM natin, pwede rin siya. KVM over IP. Okay. Introduction. Video session recording software for ATEN over IP KVM. This is license-based. And then released April 2019. Key features are a brand new HTML5 user interface that delivers a great user experience, live view for monitoring multiple KVM ports that are being recorded, continuous recording without opening Windows client or Java client, using CN8600 and CN8000A only. Itong dalawang device na to, ito yung sinasabi ko na single port KVM over IP. Mamaya makikita natin kung paano siya gagamitin. Okay, selling points. User session recording. Record user sessions from system boot up, BIOS for visual playback when users access ATEN over IP KVM switches. Next, investigation and compliance. Easily search through captured sessions for trouble tracing, and the recorded videos can be used for a regulatory audit. Live view. Administrators can monitor multiple KVM ports that are being recorded for track operation made on servers or their status. Okay, applications. Applications includes logging for compliance and auditing, incident investigation or forensic use, non-intrusive. Lahat to pwede natin gawin sa institutions like enterprise, financial, telecom, and government. And then, next, makikita natin yung simple diagram kung paano natin or paano gumagana yung CCVSR na connected sa KN or KVM over IP natin. Ito, from the server, yung server natin is naka-connect or naka-input siya sa KVM over IP natin. Okay. Ito, yung server is naka-connect or naka-input sa KVM over IP. And then, through network, nakikita naman si CCVSR and si KN8164. Ito, sila lang dala yung naka-network, ha. And then also, yung local access natin, and then yung remote access, dito na pwedeng mag-start yung recording natin. Which means, wala tayong kailangang i-install sa servers natin para mag-record siya, si CCVSR. Okay? Kumbaga, lahat to hardware-based. Hardware-based na dumadaan. Ang connected lang is si KN and CCVSR. Okay? Next. Okay, next application is in production line. Application, surveillance, incident, investigation, non-intrusive. Okay, ito yung sinasabi ko na ginagamit yung CN8600 or Single Port DVI KBM over IP. Pwede siyang gamitin sa production line. Kasi yung mga devices natin dito is karamihan DVI port yung ginagamit. And then also, ganito, same setup. Over IP, nakakonect through LAN, through network. Ito, CN8600 nakakonect through network. Magkikita sila through network si CCVSR and CC2000 server. Okay. Bali yung users natin, dito niya i-control or dito niya bubuksan yung mga machines na to, dito niya i-remote access yung machines natin sa CC2000 with single login. Makikita na niya dito lahat ng servers na nakakonect sa CN8600. And then, once na nag-connect siya or may sessions na ginagawa si user, sa other table naman, si CVSR administrator, dito, pwede niyang start yung recording or dire-diretsong live view. Pwede niyang ma-live view dito kung ano yung ginagawa. For example, may critical na kailangang i-check or magkaroon ng incident na bigla na lang nag-down yung isang machine, dito pwede niya agad i-playback from the time na nag-down siya or bago pa mag-down, pwede niyang i-playback kung anong ginagawa ng user sa kabila para malaman nila kung saan ba nagkamali or for incident report na lang. Ganon. Kumbaga, ganyan siya gumagana yung whole solution ng CCVSR and also the CC2000. Okay, next. Brand new HTML5 Ui. Okay. Renovated UI provides clear and concise view to boost user ease and engagement, enhance usability and ancillary function to deliver a great interactive experience. Okay, kung makikita natin dito yung UI natin, para siyang CCTV or sa NBR. Ito, meron tayong playback, meron tayong live view, and also yung device management natin, makikita natin dito yung mga KN natin. Also the user accounts. Kumbaga, straightforward siya, parang ano lang siya sa CCTV. And then dito, makikita natin yung pwede tayo mag-search kung anong pangalan ng device, pangalan ng port, kung sinong users. Para madali natin, kunwari may, for example, nagkaroon ng problema sa sa user 4. Madali natin siyang masi-search, ilalagay lang natin yung user dito, and then kung kailan yung start time na nangyari yung problem. And then, doon na natin siya pwedeng i-playback. Okay, next. Okay. Handy sidebar enables you to smoothly navigate and complete your task intuitively. And then also dito yung makikita nyo yung bell sa itaas, sa kanan. Dito, lalabas dito yung mga warnings kung merong nagkamali ng login, may nagtry ng login, lalabas dito, or merong mga critical KVM over IP na connected na nag-stop yung recording niya since nag-full or na malapit nang mag-full yung disk niya ng server natin. Okay, next is brand new HTML5 UI collapsible sidebar. Mapapansin nyo kanina andito yung mga pangalan pa nila, and then pwede natin siyang i-collapse para mas maganda yung live view natin or mas malaki. And then up to 20 live view ang pwede natin gawin dito. Next is the device management. Okay, dito yung recording, makikita natin dito yung recording. Ginagamit nilang KVM over IP is KN4140 VA. For example, meron siyang isang server na nire-record. Kumbaga meron siyang isang session ngayon na nire-record, makikita natin siya dito through device management. Okay, next is also dito sa settings natin, makikita na kunwari na kalimutan natin kung saan natin nilagay or sinave yung mga yung mga recordings natin, easily makikita natin dito kung saan natin dinirect yung path ng mga recordings natin. So hindi tayo malilito. And then also sa setup naman, meron tayo ditong mga mini information button para for detailed use niya. So hindi na natin kailangan magbuklat ulit ng manual kung sakaling nakalimutan natin kung para saan itong mga text boxes na to. For example dito, this port is used to for communication between the primary server and the secondary server of CCBSR. So itong text box na to, nilagay niya dito yung ginamit na port para mag-communicate yung primary server and secondary server. Okay, next. User session recording. Record user sessions from system boot up, BIOS level, for visual playback when users access ATEN KVM over IP switches and serial console servers locally and remotely. Records a video of the screen display and logs, ito importante, yung keystrokes, mouse clicks, and audio operations. And also, continuous recording without opening Windows client or Java client using the CN8600 and CN8000A only. Kumbaga, yung kaninang pinakita ko na single KVM over IP device, which is CN8600, ito, hindi mo na kailangang mag-open pa ng Windows client para mag-record lang siya. Kumbaga, automatically, pwede mo na siyang iset na nagre-record na siya since ginagamit nga siya sa production line. Pag nagkaroon ng problema, mati-check agad natin or mapi-playback agad natin kung ano yung naging problem dito sa machine natin. And the next, non-intrusive, it requires neither software nor driver installations on the computers. Okay, sa mga servers, hindi natin kailangan mag-install ng software nor driver para mag-record siya. Kumbaga, yung interaction niya is between KN and CCVSR only. And then, kumbaga, parang yung CCTV niya nandito, mag-work lang pag may CCVSR server tayo. Okay. And then also, exclusive lang to sa KN or KVM over IP natin. Next. Incident investigation. Easily search through captured sessions for trouble tracing and problem solving. Advanced search with device name, port name, username, and time period for precise results. Supports high quality video recording with video resolutions up to 1920 by 1200 with 24-bit color depth. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pwede nating mag-search ng device name, port name, username, and time period. Kumbaga, once nagkaroon ng problema, i-ask agad natin yung user kung anong oras nag-start. So, pwede nating i-check dito ngayon yung starting time and then yung end time. And then also yung video quality, depende rin sa server natin kung supported niya up to 1920 by 1200. So, yun nga lang, kakain siya ng mataas na bandwidth. Pero, kailangan, importante talaga siya. Okay. Okay, next is the live view monitoring on multiple KVM ports for tracking operation needs on servers or server status. Up to 20 ports or channels can be showed simultaneously. Let's say, marami tayong KVM over IP. And then, bawat KVM over IP natin may mga, iba't ibang servers. Pwede dito sa live view, piliin lang natin kung alin yung desired i-view natin sa live view. From KVM over IP1 to KVM over IP2, pwede natin siyang i-view dito simultaneously magkaibang KBM. Okay. Ito, customizable displays with prepared ports. And then, playback. Makita nyo dito kung yung playback niya 1 hour ago, 2 hour ago. Pwede natin siya ma-check agad. Para siyang, naglalaro ka lang ng CCTV dito. Okay. Next. Centralized Authentication and Authorization. Besides local users' accounts, CCVSR supports external authentication such as LDAP and Radius for IT administrators to centralize and manage user accounts. Role-based super administrator, user. Policy for access privilege control. Okay, sample sa diagram na to, meron si client LDAP server. So yung mga authentication na nasa LDAP server, pwede niyang i-integrate sa CCVSR natin. So yun na lang yung gagamitin niyang login. And also, mas madali siyang makakapagbigay ng mga policy and authorization. For example, si domain A user nito. For example dito, si domain A user is inassign siya or meron siyang access for super administrator. And then, si domain user B, ang inassign lang sa kanya is KN8164V na port 1 to 5. And then, hindi siya binigyan ng authorization para sa 6 to 64 na port. Okay. Okay, next. Compliance and auditing. Many compliance frameworks or law requires organizations to keep logs for auditing. The CCVSR is an excellent tool providing evidences to show information is transparent, audited, and logged. Okay, related ACT regulations or standard, for example, SOS Act US, PCI DSS for finance, HPAA for medical, BS 10012 PIMS for UK, and ISO 27001. Ito, mga ano lang siya. For example, for auditing and transparency, okay siya. Pwede natin siyang gamitin for auditing and transparency, for compliance and auditing. Okay, next. Robust security. Okay, dito sa diagram na to, makikita natin yung client or yung remote user, and then yung CCVSR server, and then the KVM over IP. Okay. In client, secure web connection with TLS version 1.2 and RSA 2048-bit certificates, support certificate site signed from third-party authorities. And in CCVSR, the securities are IP and MAC address filter, access protection for invalid login attempts, strong password policy, configurable user sessions timeout, configurable URL for login page. And sa KBM over IP naman, AES 256-bit encryption for secure end-to-end node access, proprietary video format. So dito natin makikita natin na yung security natin is reliable and masasabi natin efficient yung magiging paggamit natin dito since high standard security yung ginagamit natin from client to CCVSR to up to KBM over IP. Okay, service failover. Primary or secondary failover architecture up to 3 secondary servers. When primary CCVSR server fails, connections between devices and primary switch to one of the secondary servers for service availability. For example, nag-fail yung primary server natin, nag-down or nawala ng power, automatically magsi-service failover siya sa secondary server. So, kunwari meron tayong nire-record from the time na nag-down si primary server, automatic naka-ready yung secondary server natin to the rescue. Okay. Ito na yung last for the CCVSR. Yung mga license plan natin, one primary server, and then no license is required for secondary server. Katulad ng nakita natin kanina, is up to 3 secondary servers yung pwede natin gawin. And then yung mga nodes is, ito yung bilang ng PC or server na pwede nating i-record kay CCVSR. So kung may tanong kayo dito about this kung magkano to, direct nyo na lang po sa KVM sales representative natin. Okay. That's all for our KVM over IP and CCVSR. Kung may tanong sila, just feel free to ask in our chat box.
Hello? Yan, sige yun. First half na ng ano natin, ang webinar natin. And before I transfer it to the next speaker, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Emma Cao. She's from ATEN International directly, and she would like to say hi to all of us, to all of you, and looking forward to more projects pa daw for USIs to them as well, for them also how they can help you. So yun, about dun sa mga natin, how and what ATEN can do on your server rooms, we hope na nag-list down kayo ng mga questions nyo. Kasi I've seen na baka wala pa nagtatanong or maganda rin kasi sa last na tayo magtanong is that we won't double yung mga questions natin, or we would not repeat the questions itself during the speaker's presentation. So ayun, sa second part na tayo, continuous din about sa ATEN, about sa data centers as well. And after nun, before we end, we would like to give yung gift namin sa inyo, voucher namin sa inyo, and also to ask questions na rin. Maybe give some time, a couple of minutes or 10 to 15 minutes to personally ask yung mga speakers natin. So without further ado, the next presenter or speaker is Gilbert Agregorio.
Okay. Hi everyone. May volume na ba? Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Gilbert and I'm here naman to introduce the ATEN's SN or the Serial Console Server and the ATEN's CC2000 or yung ating Centralized Management Software. First, we'll be tackling the ATEN's SN or the Serial Console Server. A serial console is a connection over the RS-232 or what we call the serial port connection that allows an access to a computer or network device console. While yung serial console server naman natin, which was considered as a terminal server, provides our IT administrators the secure serial over IP access and control over serial devices. Okay guys, I'll assume na some of you here or most of you here are aware that ATEN is the leading provider of IT connectivity and total management solutions globally. Kasi given this, they made SN or Serial Console Server model which offers broad spectrum of interrelated services suited to fulfill the ever-increasing demands of today's fast-paced IT market. Serial Console Server can be so much beneficial since it benefits the environment. Kasi there be needless of use of rollover cables na due to its auto-sensing DTE and DCE mode, out-of-band management, virtual port management, and port name discovery for network switches. Also for the command, since it can monitor the device's status, whether to see if it's online or offline. Remote users access also, kahit multiple, it can be remote. And also, it benefits in terms of security since it has a various login authentication, IP MAC filter, keyboard mouse encryption, and user permission. As an added information lang sa ating port name discovery, this one automatically retrieves and displays the port name of the connected network switches. Meaning, with this, we can save time for configuration. These brands is what our ATEN's SN can support, like the Cisco, Juniper, HPE, Dell, Huawei, H3C, EdgeCore, TrendNet, Fortinet, and ATEN ES0152. Okay, ATEN made two types of SN model. One is for the data center control for many ports, and the other one is peer-to-peer communication. Meaning, meron tayo mga different models na magsusuit sa ating minimum requirements for our data centers. Okay, let's now proceed to our connection diagram. As you can see, this one, where we use the SN9116CO or yung ating 16-port na serial console server, makikita natin na yung ating PC and network switches will be connected sa ating ports na gagamitan lang natin ng Cat5 at yung Cisco console cable. Also, there is a connection for our local area network. Another diagram where we used SN0148CO or yung ating 48 ports na serial console server, same as yung kanina, merong mga PCs or servers and network switches to be connected depending sa dami ng ports na meron tayo sa serial console server. As we can observe then, there is a dual LAN, the dual PSU, and in the front panel, we can see here na dito i-connect yung ating ATEN PDU, yung modem, another PC, and yung laptop since it has an USB LUC or yung ating laptop USB console. Yung sa two diagrams that you've seen, kung mapapansin natin, merong direct connection na to Cisco switches. Unlike yung other serial console servers na need pa natin ng mga rollover cables. But with our ATEN's SN, with Cisco pinouts and auto-sensing DTE or DCE feature, serial console server can connect to Cisco switches without rollover cables. Given this, it will result to an efficient IT infrastructure deployment. Our serial console din is merong different operating modes. I will not dig deep into this one, into details. I just want to show you the different versatile operating modes. First is yung ating Realcom. Please refer to the picture na lang. Next is yung ating TCP server or client. The serial tunneling server or client. The UDP. And yung ating console management. Dito naman, we'll see the overview of our ATEN server room ecosystem. Andito yung ating CCVSR or yung ating video session recording, the KN or the ATEN's KVM over IP, CC2000 or the Centralized Management Software, and SN or the Serial Console Server. These different devices with their key features is ma-attain natin yung security. Kasi we all know naman na ang security is very essential to a server room. Kasi we don't like na magkaroon ng or ma-compromise yung ating mga server room. So, yun, security is very essential talaga. Okay guys, to sum this topic, okay. Guys, to sum this topic or yung ating serial console server, I could say na yung advantages ng pagde-deploy neto is para ma-improve natin yung tinatawag na business continuity. Ma-improve in a sense na it allows us to have an easier access to our IT maintenance and management. With this, mag-result ito sa cost and time saving. Also, it allows our IT staffs to focus more on other important things such as creating new and innovative services. Next topic is yung ating CC2000 or the Centralized Management Software for ATEN over IP, KVM, and more. This system provides IT teams in every industry with comprehensive solution that enables central management of this IT infrastructure locally and worldwide through a single portal. As a product introduction, decentralized management software for ATEN over IP, KBM, and more was released on June 2019. Its key features are brand new HTML5 user interface that delivers a great user experience, improved dashboard to inspect important info at a glance, and new database for better performance and managing more devices. Its selling points are the central management with ATEN over IP, KVM, PDU, virtual machine, blade chassis, and more. Sa dashboard, a quick way to inspect all important info at a glance. And sa ating server redundancy through primary and secondary servers for service availability. This is a suggested infrastructure where our data center or server room must be installed or must have. The characteristics of IT infrastructure management, digital and enables remote access, and emergency access or OOB management are essential characteristics for these different types of infrastructures like the enterprise, financial, telecom, and government. Data center management. In order to run a data center, the management of the followings are considered: data center infrastructure and IT infrastructure or the server, storage, networking, etc. Meaning, we have to pay attention to these details para magkaroon tayo ng precise na data center management. We have to, pay attention to these details from small to big. From the water leak, to access control, to airflow, to temperature, to light, meter, gas detection, UPS controller, ATS controller, meter, circuit breaker, or even sa surveillance, sa mga backup power, fuel level sensor, and etc. Ayan, so we have to pay attention to these details kasi yun, we don't want na magkaroon ng compromisation sa ating data center. Kasi even yung mga smallest thing or yung mga smallest detail na mako-compromise, para magkakaroon na siya ng domino effect na madadamay yung buong data center. This one naman, in a sample diagram, as we can see, na yung CC2000 or yung ating Centralized Management System is i-consolidate niya itong ating different devices. Like yung out-of-band management, wherein ito yung ating mga ATEN over IP na KVM, like yung KN series, SN series, CN, CS17, and KH15. Also, for our in-band management, where ito yung IP tools such as RDP, VNC, SSH, Telnet, Web, and yung service processors like ILO, IDRAC, IPMI, IMM, and RSA. Also sa power control, yung ating mga ATEN Intelligent PDU or yung ating PE series. Also for the virtual machines such as the VMware, vSphere, Microsoft Hyper-V, and Citrix Xen Server. In a more detailed diagram, we can see na yung ating CC2000 or yung ating centralized management is can make it possible to control yung different server rooms even outside the local area. Yan, as we can see na sa headquarters na server room, kinokontrol ng ating CC2000 yung ating serial console servers and yung ating KVM over IP. Also, with the use of internet, we can control then yung other office branches branch office na mga server room. So, even if yung remote access natin is from Manila, kaya natin makontrol yung mga other server rooms even kahit sa malalayong lugar pa ito. Brand new HTML5 Ui or yung ating user interface. The renovated user interface provides clear and concise view to boost user ease and engagement. Kasi, syempre, we all know naman na kailangan din natin magkaroon ng user interface na user-friendly. Kasi, if the user interface is medyo complicated, medyo nakakalito siya. But with this one, since it's renovated, medyo clear na siya and concise yung view. Enhanced usability and serially functions para ma-deliver yung great interactive experience. Ayan. In this section, we can see the handy sidebar that enables you to smoothly navigate and complete your task intuitively. This section naman sa message center, this one immediately showing the critical system events and internal messages no matter which page you are. Since important din to kasi syempre para ito yung magno-notify sa atin ng mga critical system events. Dito naman yung sa ating message box, this one sends and receives internal messages all through the message box. Continuation lang sa ating user interface. Yan, sa devices and support, dito yung ating tatawagin na integration of device management and port access in one place for convenience. Ayun, so pinagsama na lang dito para at least medyo convenient na at hindi nakakalito yung ating pagmamanage. Ito naman, this one, context menu design para ma-edit natin yung mga devices natin or yung ports natin. This one, sa status, ito yung custom columns to show the infos you need. Like from the model, IP, yung alias, yung MAC, department, location, type, server, operation, and status. This one, sa parang search bar natin, more search criteria and filtering option to show a precise result. Tapos ito, if you want to set specific devices and ports as favorites, i-click lang natin yung star para sa quick access. Dito naman sa dashboard, there are 5 widgets displaying the important information in a single page. Here, in the device status, it displays the overall status of all managed devices such as whether if it's online or offline, even abnormal conditions or in temperature, fan speed, and yung PSU. Kaya here, mamamonitor natin yung status natin. Para, ayun, magkaroon din tayo ng knowledge if nasa good condition pa ba. Yan, it notifies administrators whenever the status device is abnormal. Dito sa event, it display critical events that the devices have occurred in the past 3 months for administrators to review. Dito makikita natin yung histories and logs na, ayun, for our administrators to see or to be reviewed. Yan, ito yung log details natin. Makikita natin yung kung ano yung naging problem at kung anong date and time. In this section naman sa task, this one displays the executed results of task manager in the past 3 months for administrators also to review. So, yun, makikita lang natin dito yung mga list lang ng mga task. Dito naman sa user, it views the online users and able to disconnect suspicious user sessions. Meaning, if makakita tayo ng something suspicious, we can do an immediate action agad. And dito sa license, it displays the total used or available license node and the license node used by each device. In our centralized management, we secured single port and single sign-on to consolidate the management of our ATEN KVM over IP switches, such as yung KL series, KN, CN, CS, and yung ating serial console servers or the SN, and intelligent PDUs or yung ating PE series. Also for the service processor, yung blade chassis, virtual servers, and yung APC PDUs. Dito naman sa ating centralized authentication and authorization, besides sa ating local user accounts, the CC2000 supports external authentication such as yung Windows Active Directory, yung LDAP, Kerberos, Reduce, and TACAX Plus for IT administrators to centralize and management user accounts. Kasi this one, medyo medyo marami to eh. So parang magko-complicate to ng things if hindi to magkakaroon ng centralized na account. So with our CC2000, it is possible na magkaroon ng centralized and management na maayos para sa mga ito. Also, meron din tayong role-based policy for access privilege control. Dito natin i-assign yung ating super administrator, our system administrator, the device administrator, the user administrator, user, and our auditor. So you can see dito sa ating sample diagram, makikita natin na nagkakaroon na ng centralized na connection. Centralized logging and audit trail reporting. Besides system logs, the CC2000 can consolidate logs from ATEN KVM over IP switches, serial console servers, and other devices through SNMP for security debugging and to meet compliance requirements. So you can see yung ating KVM over IP switches, serial console servers, and your router, mag-meet siya dito sa ating CC2000 in order for us to see yung system logs, devices logs, the serial console server logs, the SNMP traps, and yung ating activity support, reports such as yung user access, device access, port access, and our asset statistics. Next, yung ating panel array mode. Panel array mode allows administrators to view the video output up to 64 servers from different KVM over IP switches. Meaning, yung mga connected na KVM over IP switches natin, this is CC2000, we can view the server. For example, our IT administrators know kung ano yung mga critical servers. Kaya pag finlash nila ito sa panel array mode, mamamonitor nila yung mga critical servers na yun and makakagawa sila ng mga immediate actions towards this. So yun, up to 64 servers from different KVM over IP switch are allowed ng administrators to monitor. Robust security na client where there is a secure web connection with TLS version 1.2 and RSA 2048-bit certificates and support certificates signed from third-party authorities. In our CC2000, the IP or MAC addresses blocking, virtual media security blocking, configurable failed login attempts and lockout, strong user password authentication, configurable user session timeout. And sa ating KVM, yung ating AES 256-bit encryption for secure end-to-end node access, and yung ating proprietary video format. Etong connection na to, like from KVM to CC2000 to our client, this one provides security talaga. So rest assured yung security natin kahit kahit malalayo yung ganap, yung connection na yun nga from KVM to CC2000 to client. Yan, rest assured natin yung security kasi yun nga, we all know na essential talaga yung security, especially sa mga this type of system or these types of setup. Next is yung ating service redundancy. Primary or secondary redundant architecture up to 31 secondary servers. Configurations sync between primary and all secondary servers periodically. When primary CC2000 server fails, connections between devices and primary switch to one of secondary servers. Ayan, as we can see, na if yung ating CC2000 na primary server is mag-fail, meron tayong tinatawag na secondary servers na magsaserve as a backup para sa ating, mag-fail over sa ating primary software primary server, sorry, para ayun, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung ating system na hindi ma-compromise yung ating setup. So, yun, bali, um, no worries tayo if mag-fail talaga yung ating primary server kasi meron tayong backup. This one also is yung license plan. Makikita natin yung different licenses depending on the number of nodes na kakailanganin natin for data center. Ayun, given na if malaki yung ating target na data center, kaya kailanganin natin ng mas maraming nodes. So yun, ito it shows na yung license plan, tapos kung ano yung description, kung how many nodes siya, at ayan, kung ilan yung secondary. So if this one, yung sa inquiries naman natin na ganito, i-refer lang natin to sa ating mga sales representatives para ma-provide kayo ng quotation kung magkano yung abutin for this setup. Last, is yung our competitor comparison. Dito, makikita natin yung side-by-side comparison ng ating CC2000 sa other na centralized management software. You can see here from the hardware appliance, manageable appliances, access solution, security, authentication, high availability and redundancy, administration, mobile device compatible, virtualization compatibility, additional features, and license fee. So yun, makikita natin nun. Tapos mag-decide na lang if ever saan mag-meet yung mga minimum requirements natin. Yung ating ATEN has this pod client available for KNCs and also the HTML viewer. So, yun guys, if nakapag-take down tayo ng notes, ng mga notes natin, na especially yung mga questions, we will be entertaining na yung mga questions na yun to be answered since tapos na yung ating talk. So, yung mga questions natin pwede tayo mag-chat or pwede rin tayo mag-raise ng hand if ever, yun, gusto natin mag-question, and we will honor that to be answered. Mga questions. Mag-unmute lang po if ever may mga questions po tayo.
Okay guys, paano pa kung may questions pa kayo, we would acknowledge it. Ngayon patanong na, and habang nandito yung mga natin, mga representative to answer those questions, and also to address yung mga kung meron kayong mga hindi na malinaw na pag-explain kanina, baka hindi nyo masyado naintindihan, or something about your future projects, or something about yung mga past projects nyo, you can ask it directly to us now. Ang mga na-explain kanina, or baka naman maisip nyo in a while or mamaya-maya yung mga questions nyo, feel free to ask our sales representative. I believe may mga number naman kayo nila. And also, paki-email na lang din kami doon sa mga questions na yon, kasi probably connected yun sa mga projects nyo. Yan. Question? Yan, sige. Yan, sige, may nag-raise ng hand. Patanong naman, papa-unmute.
Hello po sir, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Sir, kung sakali pong kailangan namin po magpa-demo, pwede po ba kaming humingi ng support?
Hello, yes sir. This is Ed. Pwede naman natin yung i-schedule sir. Iset lang natin or pag-usapan natin kung kailan yung gusto nyong
Sir, face-to-face pwede naman po, no? O kailangan ba online o face-to-face? Paano po bang ano?
Face to face, sir, mas maganda, sir.
Ayun, ayun. Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Yan, tungkol dun sa face-to-face, no, I think may mga concern talaga about dun eh. So, we would like to to tell all ng mga nandito that we advise din, no, pag talaga may mga projects to have a meeting face-to-face so that we can actually discuss it properly. Sige, if may questions pa.
Follow-up, sir. Kung sakali po, pupunta po ba kami sa office nyo or kayo po pupunta? Paano po bang setup?
Ano na yun, actually pwede naman kami pumunta sa inyo, depende sa requirements, kung sa client nyo or dito. Siguro we can discuss it dun sa mga sales nyo or sa sales namin and then sa inyo din, or if saan yung mas convenient or saan mas magiging mas efficient yung meeting natin.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you. Sige, anyone pa? Yan, mukhang kung okay na tayo, sige, I think we can end yung, wait lang, meron pa yata nagtatanong. Sige, papa-unmute na lang. Kung ilang days pa bago magpa-schedule ng demo. Sige, wait lang, ano natin sa at least daw, based dito sa sales natin dito, at least a week advise us kung saan and ano yung pagmi-meetingan natin or pagdedemohan natin. Yan. Sige yan, baka meron pa. Kung magpa-request naman kung Jeff. Ayan, baka pwede magpa-request sa inyo if naintindihan niyo naman, baka pwede papa-thumbs up ako dun sa may comment section just so we know na naintindihan niyo yung dinemo namin or baka meron kami improve pa for next time, pwede niyo kami sabihan din. Baka you can comment lang. Baka yung iba wala na doon or something, yan. Pa.
Special items, lead time we should 45 to 60.
Yeah, yung kung meron naman kaming stocks dito, we would accommodate it right away. But if we don't have stocks, we have 30 to 45 days upon ordering the item we can deliver to you guys or we can continue with the project. Yan, sige. Siguro if talagang walang question na wait. Yan, sige. Kung meron naman service unit dito, why not? We can provide it. But if not, yun nga, magbe-base pa rin tayo dun sa sa lead time that I said earlier. Siguro yun, baka okay naman questions natin. I would like to call on si Sir Eric namin dito sa company to maybe say a few words to encourage also to thank yung mga natin, yung mga attendees natin. Sir, available po ba kayo?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to our team for preparing this seminar because they They practiced and really prepared. Also to everyone who attended, and also for Emma to be present in our seminar, and more to come. Kasi actually, we have so many solutions that that need to be publicized because they are really great solutions. We would like to share some success stories by sending it to you, or to all the attendees after the seminar. These success stories are from other countries and in Philippines as well. No? So since we cannot, if we have to show off all our solutions, it might take 2 days. So I asked our team to chop it up, into small focus solutions muna. Today is data center. Next time we'll be doing something else. As some of you may know, we have a showroom in BGC where we can host demo for you and your clients. And in fact, we can actually host events in our showroom. So if you want to demonstrate a complete solution, integrated solution, just let us know and let us prepare and use our facilities. Okay, so once again, thank you everyone for attending, and hope to see more of this and more of you. Take care everyone. Thank you.
Yan, thank you. Thank you, sir. So, sa pag-remind din about sa atin, sa mga SIs, that we have also yung natin. So, we have an office, yung namin, showroom namin, where we can show you guys yung ibang mga items namin. And also, if you have an event nga, free naman siya, and also we can talk about it, how we can also help each other out on your clients. So, I think we can end this na. Also, i-advise ko lang na we would be giving out yung mga vouchers, unique vouchers for each and every one of you. We listed out those attendees for today. We would send the voucher codes within the week, and then you can use it up until May this year. It would give you 10% discount for the project. So make sure you avail those. And also, I think for approval naman, let's say makapasa lang kayo ng proposal sa proposal sa amin within this 60 days, we would also accommodate that 10% discount. Yun. So thank you guys for attending this webinar. I know na important yung times para sa inyo and also for us all. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask your sales representative, or email us, or suggest to us what you want us to discuss next time. Thanks guys. God bless.